If you're like me today, you're probably pretty frustrated because all we had going on today was system glitches, chart issues, and problems with our trading accounts. Does that sound a lot like what you dealt with today? Well, I absolutely dealt with that today. I'm in a Webull account, I've got an E-Trade account, a Robinhood account, and every single one. I even have signed up for a Moomoo account because I like to look at earnings and the heat map. Every single trading account today had system glitches and issues. And what it ended up being because of is Amazon, this big AWS data issue, which caused issues for not just trading platforms, but multiple businesses. It even got to the point where some of the businesses that were affected by this AWS issue were Adobe's Creative Cloud, Airtable, Amazon's Alexa and Prime Video, Apple Music, Asana, AT&T, Battlefield, the game on EA, Blink Security, Boost Mobile, Canva, ChatGPT, Chime, Coinbase, College Board, Dead by Daylight, Delta Air. I could go on and on and on and tell you that this was one of the most disruptive data issues we had in a long time. And I know a lot of people believe that this was a data breach, that potentially somebody got in and was manipulating the system. No, their systems were down, but it just goes to show you that a DNS server connected to Amazon, AWS, can cause the entire stock market, the entire trading world's platforms, and all the technology based on computer run devices and through web, addresses to shut down. Matter of fact, a DNS, if you don't know what that is, but DNS is basically like a phone book on the internet. And what it does is when you log into, say, your Webull account, which is my main trading platform, I log into my Webull account. It connects to my Webull account. I see my account. I see my, basically my account totals. I see the positions that I'm in. But what I don't see is all the stuff that's going on in the background that's causing it to crash or causing it not to run right. I had probably 50% of the stocks that I am already in as regular investments in my day trade account, things that I am swinging, things I got in last week that I'm waiting for the potential upside to swing them and get out. Literally look like they never even opened today. BBAI was one of those for me. It literally just sat at the 9:30 bell and it didn't move up, it didn't move down. No matter how many times I got in and out and reset my account, it was stuck like it had never opened. It was like BBAI was closed for the day, but I know it's not true because as the day popped, things would start to kick in a little bit and it would jump 2 hours. And then it was just very, very frustrating. And I think you all can absolutely understand and can relate to what I'm sharing with you now. I didn't do much trading today. I had shared with you in a prior video, I got into APLD. And when I was in APLD at 33.50, I was really just wanting to see what it was going to do today on Monday. And it did do well. But I was so nervous about the position, I didn't wait for it to go hit to $40 because it would go up and I would see it up and go good. And I'd walk away from it. Next thing I know, I'd come back, it was frozen and I couldn't tell if it was up or it was down. And I'd go on other accounts and I couldn't tell if it was up or it was down. And then I would, all of a sudden, it would kick in and it would drop by $1 per share. So it was not a fun trading day at all. But I managed to manipulate my screen so that I could see it towards the end of the day in the power hour. And I ended up selling it at about 35.95, somewhere around there, and took my profit on it, got out. Not a successful trading day. And I know from the Discord that a lot of people were frustrated and very unhappy with what was happening today. You couldn't see puts, you couldn't see calls, just a very, very frustrating day. So I'm sorry that that happened to all of us. But listen, if you stayed out of the market, which is what I was recommending to everyone, is to sit on the sideline and be careful and be cautious because you didn't even have charts. You were basically trading blind if you tried to jump into this market today. And hopefully you didn't lose any money today. I'm still down on several positions, SMR, RGTI. Those are ones that I'm still down on. I'm waiting for them to turn around and recover, and they will. But man, in an up day market like today, the S&P 500 was on fire. It was very frustrating not to be able to see what was happening with my positions. So my name is Josh. I'm just your average Joe day trader. Thank you so much for being here. If this is your first time visiting the channel, then hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time we upload a new video. And if you're interested in becoming a part of the AJDT community, then hit the join button on this video right down below right there. And you can join the elite group, which gives you access to our AJDT Discord, where you can see our community working together, sharing trades, sharing ideas, talking about charting. I share at night and in the morning setups for the next day, what to look for on the S&P 500, on Tesla, and some of the other stocks that we're running, what small caps are running that we're looking at, just giving you an idea of what my moves are going to be for the next day and through the week, and then sharing with you a lot of charting and understanding what's happening with the market, whether it's news, etc. And a ton of the community in there already are sharing every day what they're doing, what they're looking at. We have two channels in there. We've got the options playground where you can see live playing what people are sharing as they go in and out of options plays. You can see on the poster plays channel basically what people are getting in and out of. So there's really no strings attached there, but like people are sharing, hey, what calls are you in? Even in the post your plays, talking about different calls and strike levels, talking about different shares and what they're buying today. A lot of talk about HIMS, a lot of talk about APLD, obviously, AMPX, just different stuff. OPTT had some good news last week that looks like it actually played a big part in today. So just a lot of stuff going on. Hit the join button, join us so you're part of this Discord. Get in now because eventually we're going to start raising prices as the excitement and the interest continues to grow. For less than the price of a good cup of coffee, and whether you think that's Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks or wherever it is, you can join this Discord and see the plays and be able to get in and out of your own plays by following what some of the other community, including myself, are doing in the stock market. So let's talk a little bit about what happened as far as charting today, right? I mean, it's hard to kind of tell, but we're going to go straight to the S&P 500. S&P 500 had an amazing day today, pretty much through the post-market, the 24-hour, this pre-market. And when I say post-market, opening up on Sunday at 8 p.m. is the post from Friday for me. 24-hour market, little bit of pullback in the pre-market, and then nothing but a run up today. You're going to see that the S&P 500 hit a low in the pre-market this morning of 665.22, but that didn't stop it. It ran all the way to a high of 672.23. Now, listen, I've been sharing with you in many of the videos, we had to break through two key levels. The first one was 665.99 because I don't like to give it to you in the three of the next penny up, but we had to break through that 665.99. We did that today. We broke up. It did meet a little bit of resistance when it got, up past that 665.99, and then it just continued to go. And I told you the next one was 672.13. We broke that today twice. Now we're sitting in the post market at 672. And now we just need to wait and see what does it do through the overnight trading into the next day. I believe potentially we're going to continue to push forward and up. Like I said last week, I think Monday, Tuesday, and some of Wednesday are probably going to be up potential sides. And then we're probably going to see another pullback depending on what the market does. But there's some good news potentially that by the end of the week, the government shutdown could be done. That may bring some positive sentiment, or we may get a whole bunch of different negative reports about jobs report, economy, things like that, that could cause the market to turn and run. So you got to be careful. Make sure that you are understanding your support and resistance levels as you trade. But the S&P 500 looked really strong today. And I think that's probably what was the most frustrating thing is you have a day like this in an unbelievable uptrend market and you can't really trade because of this AWS issue with Amazon. But it's okay. We live to work through another day, and so we'll see what happens tomorrow. Let's look at the AJDT October list. Tesla also had a nice run up first thing this morning. You can see that it got all the way up to 449.80. It did then pull back. So did the whole market, really, if you were able to see it. A nice pop back up, pull back down, and then it spent the rest of the day running up, which is where I made my money in APLD. But Tesla hit a midday low at about 1:30 in the afternoon, 441.91, ran all the way up to a high today of 447.98, closed at 447.43, sitting at 446.58. And we are still working to get to this 451.21 level, which I'm excited because I think we're heading in that direction. And you notice we're not anywhere heading down south towards 432.90. I'm going to do some charting today on Tesla, but a very good play today for Tesla. AMD, can't even bring up AMD. We're still freaking out a little bit here. All right. AMD 234.41. Nice opportunity to go from 234 to 242.86. And then it sort of ran horizontal, did pull up a little bit more, stayed at that horizontal level, closed at 240.56, sitting at 240.59 right now at the minute. NVIDIA had that same huge green candle, rode it all the way to 185.20, and then pulled all the way back down here, not as far down as 181.73 where the market dropped to, but ran horizontal, did pull back down here, 182.45, closed at 182.64, and looking pretty good. Palantir just continues to sort of, it's the gift that keeps on giving for me in my retirement account. 177.44, did pull down after the market opened, ran kind of horizontal through the night and through the pre-market, went all the way up here to a high of 183.09, closed at 181.59. Looking pretty good. Robinhood, as soon as it pops up, there you go. Robinhood had a strong day today. Went from this basic opening big green candle, 133.44 to 140.20. Nice run for Robinhood today. IREN was pretty much a hard pull down. They had a little bit of an opportunity to make some money here, but it did pull pretty much down. 57.43, closed at 59.22, 59.67 in the post market. So keep your eye on IREN because I like IREN. On Friday, I had a nice run up. It pulled back down. Let's see if it pulls back up tomorrow. HIMS, not so much going on in HIMS. It did sort of some volatility, ran down. At the end of the day, power hour, it did punch through and got all the way back up to 51.44 from 50.22. HIMS has got a lot of some positive catalyst stuff going on right now, so chart it. Look at the support and resistance levels. SMR, I'm in SMR. Not happy about SMR right now because I'm up here somewhere in about the 50s, but sitting at 43.41 at the bottom, closed at 44.21, 44.50 in the post market. I'm just waiting because there's a lot of talk about nuclear power and stuff that's going to be happening through the administration. RGTI, another one that I'm in, had a nice pump today, but it pulled back all the way down to 42.18, sitting at 43.31 and close, 43.86 in the aftermarket. Intel, pretty consistent. Nice run up today. You could have gotten into this one at market open at about, let's see here, 37.57, ran it all the way to 38.52. It's sitting at 38.10 close, 38.18 right now. Intel's got earnings coming up here in the next couple weeks, so keep your eye on Intel. Actually, I take that back. Intel's got earnings this week, so keep your eye on Intel. Be careful. A little bit of a risky play, but we believe that there's potential for a nice pop run up on Intel's earnings, but we will see how they do. APLD, APLD, beautiful day today, dropped to 33.88, ran all the way up here to a high of 36.35, and it even closed at 35.90 with a 36.18 after market. So it did continue to get out. I actually got out. I think I said earlier I got out at $35.95. No, I got out at $36.14 in the post market. Happy to be out of it right now. It's still sort of pumping a little bit, and that's totally fine with me because I get to put all that money back to work for me tomorrow. QBTS, a lot of talk about QBTS, 33.52, closed at 34.40. 35.13 right now. Keep your eye on it. SoFi is another one that performed very well today. Nothing but up net gain today. Opened up at 27.22, closed at 28.68, and sitting at 28.76. Run also had a nice run, we'll just say it, up, kind of pulled back a little bit and then met it back at this high today, but sitting nice, $20.50. Lyft also, nice action today. I've got some calls on Lyft for January 26 and January 27. So watching this pump back up, not too unhappy about that. Cypher ran up, came back down. Lucid, not much going on. I was noticing it kind of came down. I stopped watching it as best I could. And with the charts not showing me much today, it was hard to follow this one, but I stayed away from Lucid today. QUBT, same as QBTS. Both ran down the same. This is QBTS. QUBT sort of followed suit, 17.11. I'm going to be monitoring this one, and I'm going to be doing some more charting on this tonight to see the levels. I'll probably share with the with the Discord members and the elite members. I will be sharing with the AJDT members, whether you join the standard group or the elite group. I'm going to be putting a video out talking about some levels on several of these stocks tonight, just to put that out there. QS had a hard drop, but then a nice run all the way up through the rest of the day. ONDS, hard drop, and then it stayed sort of across the board. And Open, OPEN, also sort of had a nice drop and a pull up today. And then it kind of gave most of it back into the close of market, 737 sitting at 739. So here's the thing. If you want access to my live charting and my strategy videos, then you've got to join the membership. There's 2 levels. If you just want to see some charting and you want to see some videos on how I'm charting and putting my box strategy together, then you got to join the first level. If you want to be part of the Discord where you're getting play-by-play, all the action and seeing it live through me posting what those plays look like, what some of the setups are, some of those candlestick charts are and patterns, you've got to be a member of the elite group, which gets you that and access to the Discord. If you join, go ahead and follow the description. You can send me an email at averagejoedaytrader01@gmail.com. You join the membership. I send you your own special link for one time only, because I've learned my lesson on that, where I sent it out and somebody shared it with a bunch of other people. And man, am I having to go through and make sure that nobody's scamming any of you, the subscribers that do join and in the Discord. I didn't realize how much work that was going to be, but hey, making it happen to protect everyone, including myself, and keep the Discord a safe place to be, to trade, and to build in community. That's what I'm working on. If it's your first time here, thanks for being here. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, and you will be notified every time we upload a new video. For my Discord members, get ready. Going to put some videos out tonight, do some charting and some trending for you, put it in the Discord, in the channels, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the morning. God bless you. Josh out. Peace.